SLPP factional fighting, nothing more than a playact. Dharmika campaigns in the north, a political promise to pardon imprisoned monk. Harini, Ranil think along the same lines.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
SLPP factional fighting, nothing more than a playact. The two factions in the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, divided as supporters of President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Namal Rajapaksa, are now at loggerheads openly. Yesterday we reported about the heated exchange that occurred between Mahindananda Aluthgamagai and Sagara Karyawasam. It was over SLPP announcer Suresh Tharaka's compering at Ranil's campaign rally in Matara on the previous day. Also, Namal's advisor Iranda Ginigai is displeased over what Kanchana Wijesekara said there. Iranda said on Facebook that Kanchana made an excellent and unique speech in praise of Ranil, not seen ever before. Even SLPP supporters who heard him would have thought Ranil to be the greatest politician in Sri Lanka.
මම විශ්වාස කරනවා පොදු ජන පෙරමුණේ නායකයාත් පක්ෂ නායකයනොත් හොඳ අවබෝධයෙන් ඉන්නවා පමණක් නෙවෙයි ජනාධිපතිවරණය නම් කළ විගස පොදු ජන පෙරමුණේ කොටසක් නෙවෙයි කෑල්ලක් නෙවෙයි පොඩ්ඩක් නෙවෙයි මහ පළුවත් එක්කම රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මැතිතුමාට ඒ අවශ්‍ය සහයෝගය ලබා දෙන්න පෙළ ගැහෙනවා කියන එක අපි දන්නවා.
Maybe he has taken such strong reservations to Kanchana because he got assaulted by him at a SLPP meeting at Mahinda Rajapaksa's Wijarama Road residence a couple of months back. But regional leaders who attended the rally telephoned Namal and told him something totally different. They said that although they went there at the party's bidding, it was entirely a meeting of the United National Party. Namal is now taking the challenge head-on, stressing that they would support a presidential candidate capable of taking Mahinda Chintanaya forward. He wants the party to field its own candidate. One wonders upon hearing these verbal clashes between them if the government would collapse anytime soon, but Namal says a downfall of the government would not be allowed under any circumstances. They should continue until a national election is held, he said in Agalawata. It is not surprising if people hearing all these think it to be nothing more than a play act. Neither can survive without the other. But the media gives priority to highlight their rivalry. The opposition gets sidelined. Dharmika campaigns in the north. Billionaire entrepreneur Dharmika Pereira, who wants to be the SLPP candidate, is taking the fight to new heights by filling grounds in the south and the north with people. Last weekend, he brought together more than 10,000 students and parents at his DP Education IT Campus Certificate awarding in Jaffna. He promised to guarantee the future of 1 million children and bring in $12 million to the country in 5 years.
මම තමයි 2012 ඉඳලා 2015 වෙනකන් පහුගිය ආණ්ඩුවේ මම වොලන්ටරි විදිහට ඔනරරි විදිහට ඇවිල්ලා වැඩ කරා ට්‍රාන්ස්පෝර්ට් මිනිස්ට්‍රියේ සෙක්‍රටරි හැටියට අවුරුදු 3යි ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ යාපනයේ රේල් පාර හදන්න කියලා මට තිබුණේ එක දවසක්වත් වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැතුව ඒ කියලා තියෙන හරියටම අවුරුදු 3 දවසේ මම ඇවිල්ලා මේ රේල් පාර විවෘත කරේ කෝච්චි දුවන්න මමයි. ඉස්කෝලවල වලට හදපු IT ලැබ් එක මගේ පුද්ගලික මුදලින් හදලා මගේ නම ගහලා තමයි ඕපන් කරන්න හැදුවේ. හැබැයි ඒක කොච්චර ලස්සනද කියනවා නම් මම හිතුවා මගේ නම ගැහුවොත් එක IT ලැබ් එකයි හැදෙන්නේ. ඒක හින්දා මම ආණ්ඩුවේ නම ගහලා මම ආණ්ඩුවට දීලා ඒක තමයි අද මහින්දෝදේ IT ලැබ් කියලා කියන්නේ.
What he says is received well in the north, better than the promises given by southern politicians. Anyway, his candidature will be decided after July 15th. Ranil has promised Basil to lure 20 to 25 SJB MPs to his side by that day. So, Basil has asked Dharmika to wait until then. By the way, Ranil's claim to lure his MPs was ridiculed by SJB senior Lakshman Kiriella. Ranil is our former leader. Our men too are crafty. They promise him and get things done. So Ranil believes he has them. But none will join him, Kiriella noted. But Wajira says Ranil will do it nicely when the time comes. To all this, critics have just one thing to say: whether the election will take place as scheduled. A political promise to pardon imprisoned monk. Some days ago, certain monks associated with the nationalist camp went to the highest office to seek a pardon for their imprisoned colleague. Meeting a top official there, they presented their request. The official promised to speak to a minister and get it done. A few days later, a businessman associate of that minister visited the imprisoned monk. He told the monk to be patient for another 3 months, until that minister becomes the president and pardons him. But their request didn't seem to work. Inquiries they made found the behind-the-scenes happenings. Now what they plan is to reveal everything at the election stage and create quite a stir. Seems like something is going to happen around next month. Harini, Ranil think along the same lines. The National People's Power accuses President Wickremesinghe of taking cues from its popular leaders in order to cover up his emptiness. He distorts their speeches, gives various interpretations and even uses them in his campaign, says pro-MPP website Lanka Truth. In one instance, Ranil has allegedly quoted Dr. Harini Amarasuriya and said he too was thinking similarly. "It seems that she and I are on the same path," he remarked. He is onto a political game to show that there are no differences of opinion between him and upper-middle-class popular characters like Harini. Critics say it is not surprising that Ranil takes advantage of whatever the NPP says. In the meantime, Anura Kumara Disanayake has accused Ranil and some others of staging a palace conspiracy. Ranil is plotting with Harsha De Silva, Kabir Hashim, Mayantha Disanayake and Kavinda Jayawardena to bring various factions together to contest elections. Addressing a party rally in Kalutara, he said, "Such conspiracies cannot reverse the rising of the people." After failing to put off the presidential polls and knowing that he is unable to win over the people, Ranil is conspiring to win it, AKD charged. Anyway, Harini's ideals tallying with Ranil's cannot be an issue for the NPP. The NPP has now changed its JVP policies, and it will be risky for its cadre to make an issue out of it. Critics observe that the hard-earned wave of popularity for them could be reversed if anything goes wrong. That's it for today.